I see your demons, I'm telling them it's on sight. I'm just playing, I don't fight, I do pray. I only go the way of Mr. Yahweh. Try to correct me.
That way we can get started.
I was expecting like some bachata or something.
He's not that Mexican. So we did give him. So it was his birthday, his 21st birthday. No.
21st?
No.
21st.
For the third time?
For the 15th time. How old are you now? 34?
35.
35?
35? Dude,
You're the older one in the crew, no?
Me?
No, him.
Him, he's the older. Yeah, we have to follow what he says.
All right. Lead the charge, brother.
Well, Maria. I appreciate the fact that you came in here speaking Spanish to me. All I said was tu lista, and then she just went
Yep,
and I
like
just
a good Mexican.
I just went like that. So
good. Well, listen, we're so excited to have you here. Me and you connected through a guy named Steven Martinez, or you connected me to Steven Martinez.
Rubén, ¿no?
Okay. Rubén.
Yo te conecté con Steven, pero a mí me conectaron a ti por la gloria de Dios.
¿Lo vamos a hacer en español o qué pedo?
I don't know. Es que mira.
Spanish podcast, bro?
Español solo. I don't care.
No, tienes que darle con el inglés. We have to do it in English.
Okay,
we'll do Spanglish.
Spanglish.
James can throw out Spanish too, right?
Exacto.
Boom.
Exacto.
Ruben, you're right. Ruben, which we do business with. That's our video production guy.
Shout out Marketing Hunters.
Shout out Marketing Hunters.
Hey.
Connected me to you. Now I remember via Instagram.
Ya te acuerdas.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
remember
yeah.
now.
Yeah, because you were starting your cleaning company. But then I kept following you, and I started.
Were you following me?
Oh yeah, and I was asking you questions and
I
stuff.
was following you.
We're following each other.
We're following Jesus.
We are following Jesus.
So should we
That's the
start?
only answer.
So should we start with a prayer?
Yo, you know
who's
what's
hosting
crazy?
who here? I love it.
Her, though. You know what's crazy? We always start with a prayer, and for some reason, we forgot with this previous guest.
Oh.
And so you're our last guest. We started it with the first guest. You're our last guest. Would you like to lead us in prayer?
Absolutely.
Whoa.
Not. I'm kidding.
First of all, we need to get her a podcast.
That's right.
What was he
You could
saying?
just
You need
join
your
it.
own podcast.
You know how
you can just take our job.
You know how like Theo Vaughn has the guy that's like researching and like making comments, and Joe Rogan does too. Maybe we just bring her with us, and she's like over there, and she's just like, by the way, and she just throws
And just dropping. Was it?
knowledge, wisdom, bombs.
What is Stop. Random facts.
Yeah,
Do
right.
you know
yeah.
the walrus lives like?
He's all trying to finish your sentence. She's like,
It's
"Stop."
going.
We're two peas in a pod.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. You ready?
En español o en inglés? En English, okay.
Whatever you want.
No, whatever.
English
you want,
Jesus.
actually.
Whatever speaks to you.
Okay. Dear God, we want to thank you today for bringing us together. We want to thank you for the immense opportunity that social media brings to us. We want to thank you also for our families and the jobs that come to our hands and the customers that value our work, see our work, and they appreciate each and every ounce of hard work that goes into this. I want to thank you for Angel and his podcast. Keep blessing him and his team. Father God, I want to thank you for our families, specifically our children that are going to pass on our generations, and they're going to talk about our message. And we are here to break generational curses in your name. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
All right.
It wasn't me.
It was not.
That
the
was-
Holy
that was
Spirit.
Jesus.
It's never you.
So Jesus.
Yep.
That's never me.
It's never about us. We're irrelevant in all this. Okay.
Okay.
I'm so glad you're here then. I know it lined up. You know, it's funny. We already had like a bunch of guests lined up, and then they started dropping.
Like flies.
Yeah, like flies. And then I was like, dude, we gotta get her out here. So I told him about you, and he's like, get her out here. And now you're here. So thank you for answering the call.
Wow.
And as soon as you walked in, you got to connect with somebody that can send you business and vice versa. And now we're gonna connect you with Carolyn, and it's gonna be a great time.
You know what? I was looking for someone to help me with my social media because I only focus on Facebook.
Yeah.
But everything else is like, I mean, I went on a detox, like a social media detox last year.
Yeah.
I was like AWOL. I deleted my Instagram, my everything. I was just like, I need to find myself.
Yeah.
And I found myself and more.
Good.
So now I just like, I prioritize, God, family, business. And then other than that, if you're not on my call list, you're not important. So, sorry. Sorry.
Those are my exact priorities. God, family, business. So that's pretty good.
Yeah.
She can help you for sure. So we were staying in an Airbnb, and she visited us, and she was just going through our YouTube. She was going through our stuff, and she was like, do this, do that. And we're like,
Sheesh. Where's the other girl? The other one.
The
La muchacha. There's a girl here. You guys have a girl in your team, don't you?
Andrea.
Oh,
There you go,
Andrea.
Andrea.
I was like,
Andrea
is this the
as-
made up one?
Andrea, nice to
Andrea's
meet you,
in
Andrea.
Spain.
Yes. That's who we should have like in the back screen or something.
Yeah, you
Andrea right
should.
there on this big
Talking.
screen.
She lives in Spain.
In Spain.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. No
So she
pollution.
runs everything from Spain. She's an awesome girl. Shout out, Andrea. Oops.
Andrea.
See, people want to see more content of you, Andrea.
We want to see women.
Yes.
Did you know that Barbie? All random. Did you know that Barbie Corporations only has men?
Really?
Yeah.
Are you talking about this because of the movie?
No, because I've seen that a lot of them just have men. Nothing wrong with men. Men are great, but
you.
you know, we want to relate to women. And I'll touch with that. When I was seeing the videos, like the manifestation videos, I could not relate to any of it. I was like, there's a guy in a really nice car. Okay, great. They're like, visualize it.
Which manifestation? What did you do? Like, did you go through like a program of some sort, or what do you mean?
No, so you know, like some people that I associated with were like, you should look at this one channel, Vibo, and like shows you mansions and like visualizations, but it was all men, and men in yachts, men in boats, men in cars, men in mansions, and I was like, where are the women? Like, I want to visualize myself maybe like in a silk robe, and there was no women. It was just like men, and I was like, that's cool.
Imagine over 300 cleaning executives, all under one roof, ready to connect, collaborate, and build a community. Join your hosts, James Harper and Angel Sandoval, 11 keynote speakers, and 8 expert panelists sharing the blueprint to scale your life and business. Head over to event.cleaningprofits.com for all the details. For being listeners, use code CEO30 for a 30% discount. See you there.
Pregunta, por favor. I'm just kidding.
Sí,
That sounded all like
Dale.
formal.
Yeah.
Pregunta, por favor, señorita.
Señorita.
There you go.
You said you went on a social media detox a year ago.
Yeah.
Why?
¿Por qué?
Oh man, you're gonna get done.
No.
He's gonna ask a hard question.
Did you listen to our podcast by any chance? It's
I
okay
did.
if you didn't.
No, I did.
Okay.
I did to a couple of them.
Okay, because in these last 2 days, there's been laughter, crying, anger, and the Holy Spirit. That's the kind of
Really?
podcast we run. We don't run.
I don't know. I'm not. I'm
superficial-
healed, baby.
Okay, good.
Healed.
Good.
The reason why was because, I'm not gonna switch into Spanish, but when I was going through this breakup, right, I was having an identity crisis.
A year ago, correct?
A year ago, yeah. In November, December, I moved over here to Dallas and left all of my clients. I was a fitness and nutrition coach in San Antonio. It was a great experience for a couple of years. But I realized that in that journey, when I came here to Dallas, it was time for me to start a new chapter. And I'll tell you that it was God's plan for me to be here. And God put me to clean. God put me where I'm at right now. I just followed his word. And a lot of times, well, not a lot, for the longest time, I was going against the grain. I was like, I'm going to be a fitness coach. And I was just feeding the ego. Because fitness coaching, before that, I was a stripper. So my ego was like, I was hot. I was young. I was making money. And then I realized, like, I'm empty. I ain't got shit for myself. So when I started fitness coaching, it was all ego. Because it was like, look at me. I'm hotter than you. I'm exercising. Me. I'm ego. Social media started paying me to make reels. So I had more attention. So that fed my ego even more. When I got to Dallas, I had to break that ego because God was like, all right, I'm tired of your shit. You're tired of your shit. So let's break this up, Maria. So he brought me here, and then my relationship fell apart. And I realized that
Did you come with him here?
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. And then things didn't work out.
Got it.
So he had to go back home, and I was sitting here in this like huge house, which I couldn't afford the house. It was ginormous. And so then I find myself there broke, and I'm like, who am I without my social media? Who am I without my money? Who am I without my contacts in San Antonio? Who am I really? Do I really like to work out, or is it because I'm a fitness coach? Am I really that fun, or is it because I'm always drunk? And I went sober in August. So I was discovering more of who I was. 2022.
2022?
Yeah.
Wow.
I used to be like big drinking, like since I was 13. Struggled with that for a long, long time. And I just couldn't break free until I was just, they say that major change happens when you're sick of your own crap. Sorry for cussing, but it's true. Like, you're tired of your own mess. And someone posted on Facebook that they were tired of their own self-destruction. And that's exactly what I was going through. I was like, I'm tired of being drunk. I want to be sober. So I did a 30-day detox, and I just went 30, 60, 90 days. And then I was able to like control that part of me that was like 1 drink, 10 drinks later.
Yeah.
So now it's like, no, I don't crave it, you know, but it was a really hard journey at the time. And so going through that discovery, I said, I wonder what else am I holding on that is keeping me from my success? And I dialed it all the way back to childhood trauma, but I had to unravel each and every one of these steps, like letting go of my alcohol, letting go of my people, because I was the biggest fish in the pond in San Antonio. Taking off my tag. I forgot. I was out networking this morning, and so I have my tag from my networking. But
I just left it.
Well,
That's all right.
Maria.
There you go.
So I just remember because I was there like, what is that from? But that was when I used to be in San Antonio. But I was the biggest fish in the pond, and it's cool and it's not cool because then you don't grow, right?
Yeah.
And so I said, I want more. What is something I can pass down to my family? I can change lives. I feel like fitness coaching is not going to be passed down real quick. Like nobody's going to want to train people. My kids are going to be like, no, Mom, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
So when I came here, that's when I started to unravel like that part of me that social media was like also feeding my ego. And I realized that my ego was preventing me from forgiving my mother. My ego was preventing me from becoming the better version of me because I was so attached to, look at me, look at what I'm doing. And then when all of that was gone, I was like, who are you? Like, what do you stand for? What are your values? Because right now, this whole breakup happened because you're dating someone that was not within your value system because you don't have values. And I was like, bro, it was like God was molding me. Like he broke me down to pieces because I was broke and I was broken.
Yeah.
And then he built me back up.
Where did he meet you at?
Drinking at a pool.
Really?
Yeah. So I was not in
2
like,
years. You said a year ago.
Yeah, this was like in, I want to say like April of 2022. Yeah, so a while back.
So about 2 years ago is
Yeah.
when he encountered you first.
And you know, you attract what you are. So at the time I was drinking, I was partying, and this person was also like in the same vibe. And I realized that like if he does hear this podcast, like no shade, bro, but we were always drinking at the pool. That's all we were doing. And so when I started focusing on what I'm doing now, which is like really working with purpose, he used to tell me like, you know, we don't hang out at the pool anymore. We don't watch movies. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of attached to an old version of me that kind of died in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I had to go through the trenches and
Very,
swim my way out. And it was hard because it's like no social media. Like, who do I cry to? Who do I vent? This is a fun fact, though. When women, specifically, I'm talking about myself. I'm talking about the old me. And I know a couple women can relate to this. When you are sad, a lot of people resort to their phones for that instant dopamine, right?
Yep.
Like if you're thinking about something, scientifically proven, you're thinking about something, you're stressing, you find a way to cope. Yep. A lot of people cope by scrolling. Some people cope by posting pictures and, you know, boosting that ego. I'm feeling shitty about myself. Oh my God, let me post a picture, boost my ego, and now forget about it. Instead of dealing with the issue as to why it is that you're feeling this way. And so when I was going through this sober journey, and I even went like no caffeine, I was like, I really want to know who I am. And so
no caffeine too.
No caffeine.
Shit.
Yeah, I went no caffeine. It was hard. That one was hard. The sugar one was even worse because the sugar one I was finding anything I could just to like, I was like a little like crack addict. I was like, where are the chocolate chips at? And I remember when I went through this discovery, I learned that when I was feeling lonely, I would reach out to my phone to kind of get that dopamine, but there was nothing because I had no social media. Oh, yeah. So I had to sit there and internalize what I was feeling and process the emotions instead of numbing them out with social media, numbing them out with alcohol, numbing them out by going out and partying because I'm in a city where I don't know nobody. I ain't got no money and I got no social media and I got no friends. So I had to sit there and just like tragármelo. I was like, oh, like it was the coldest, hardest pill I ever had to swallow. But I'm glad I did.
What's up, Profitable Cleaner listeners? Quick question for you. Are you using 5 to 7 different platforms just to manage the everyday operations of your commercial cleaning company? If so, let us help you consolidate that into one platform. Introducing you, USource. Go to usource.com, book your free demo today, and actually get started on your trial for 60 days. No charge for 60 days, all from time and attendance to reporting, vendor management, operations, sales. It's time you stop using 5 to 7 platforms and consolidate into one. So listeners, don't forget, go to usource.com and start your account today. A lot of threads to pull from. This was awesome.
Thanks.
You know, what's interesting about all this is that I think like I know your story, you know my story. Now we know your story.
Mm-hmm.
I relate to a certain section. Like I'm confident you relate to a lot of the early age section. I relate more to I've been going through something similar in the last year and a half, to where it's like you're just finding yourself. We were just talking about how I was like, I got rid of everything. I donated a lot of my stuff. I don't sleep in a bed right now. I got, not because I can't afford it.
No, but
Because I was like, you're right. Why does this hurt? Why is my identity attached everywhere else? And so, but you said something that I want to remember. It was my ego that wasn't letting me forgive my mother. But you just realized that 2 years ago. And that, to me, that I almost wonder if we're holding on to stuff. Well, we all hold on to stuff, but if we're holding on to something, I wonder how you came up with ego that is not letting you do something. That's where
El orgullo.
Ego is not my amigo.
Your ego is not your amigo.
But how did you come up with not the idea? How did you
The concept.
discern it's my ego that doesn't let me forgive my mom?
Because I sat down with it for a long time. I was like, why is it? And I always question, like, right now I'm questioning a couple of things in my own pattern. I'm questioning why is it that I procrastinate, right? I'm being real honest. I procrastinate a lot of things. And I've been taking action. Every time I identify it, I'm like, ooh, action, let's go. And I identified that it was ego because it was so hard to pick up the phone with her and say, Mom, I'm so sorry for being an asshole. I'm sorry for being an asshole just in general, to you, to my sisters, to everyone. And it goes back down to seeing the emotion and dealing with it and trying to decipher, why does this feel this way when I do this? Because it's all about awareness, right? So when I found out it was ego in many of the areas in my life was, how come I can't forgive this guy for leaving? How come I cannot forgive my mom? How come I cannot, say sorry to my kids when I know I'm wrong? Why? Because it's my freaking ego preventing me from protecting this image, right? Because I want them to see this one image version of me versus seeing the real me, which is like the vulnerable, fragile woman, feminine side that I have. But why do I not allow that to come out? Well, because I was hurt. Why was I hurt? Right? Because you're kind and that just comes with the territory of being a kind-hearted person. You get hurt. And so for me to protect myself, I built a huge ego. I mean, it's still there, but it's like, it just comes out in business, like to keep her tame. So that's Valeria.
No, that's what she meant.
That's the alter ego.
That's her alter ego.
All right, I want to dive in here. So you went through this transformation. You're still going through. We're always transforming, but really the moment you got sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're newly single in Dallas. What impact has this had with you and your children? Obviously, you have your son here. You tried to lie and say that was your brother.
Is that?
That's what she said.
Like,
That's my brother.
Why?
I'm your son.
Why? We're about to be like, second episode. You jump on.
I was like, yeah, we'll interview
What's
you.
been her transformation with?
No, but like, I'm curious because we all have our trials and tribulations, and I think I can probably relate to a little bit of your story, especially early on. But this is before I became a parent, right? So like, I like to say like my kids have seen the best version of myself up until today, right? How's that been like as a mother, obviously, especially since you moved here in Dallas?
And you have how many kids?
Twins.
Twins.
Boy and girl.
Oh.
Yeah. Right now, well, his sister is with my sister.
Okay, got it.
We're not having the best of the relationships because I damaged that relationship to the point where I was working a lot, and I'm a workaholic parent because, not blaming it on my mom, but that's all I know. And so I'm trying to be the best parent I can, but to a certain extent, as a single mom, we have to be present for our kids regardless. And so I've always been building. And to a point where she's just like, you're really not there. And I'm like, you're right, I'm not there. And it's a leadership problem, right? Because it's just like taking accountability for your actions as a parent, like letting that ego. If I had a huge ego like back then, I'll be like, you know what, screw you. But I know it's a leadership problem. It's a problem that I need to address. And so she brought it up to me. The relationship with my kids has been, it's been solid to where they know where I'm at. They know that what I'm doing. But I don't think that I put enough time on it. Yeah. So I'm being very honest. Like, it's going to take a lot to build a business, like a lot. Especially when you have a dream, when you're a single mom. I used to feed into the idea that you have to be both a mom and a dad. And I was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I had to learn because my daughter told me, you're very hard on me. And so I have to be soft on her because I can't be a coach. I can be a coach to many women, but I can't be a coach to my daughter. My daughter needs my love, my affection, my nurturing. My son, I can't be hard on my son like I am with other.
Yeah, he needs your feminine side.
Yeah, he needs my feminine side. And so I think that's where the relationship stands, which is, it's really hard being a parent and juggling everything else.
I got to give you a lot of kudos and grace here, though, for like
thank
being
you.
honest with like where you're at with your relationship with your daughter, and more than anything, like being honest about everything in front of your son, right?
Yeah.
So like
the accountability, the leadership, they have to see it. I can't just talk about it on social media. I have to be it, because I taught them specifically to call me out on my BS if I was ever being fake. And they'll tell me, you're being rude. You're being too loud. You just got out of work. Don't blame us. Don't take it out on us. And so I'm like, the hell? But, you know, it's good because when I was little,
That's interesting.
our parents were like, te callas and you shut up because I say so.
Yeah.
And there was no accountability towards the parents. So now you resent them.
Yeah.
And now you don't see them and you don't respect them as an authority because of the fact that they lack leadership. And so we grow up thinking that that's leadership. You do what I say because I say so. And changing the generation comes with, you need to call me out on my BS, and we need to be accountable for each other. And so I have to be real honest and transparent here, there, everywhere, because I live in a glass box, basically.
We like to say call them up, not call them out.
Call them up.
Because when you call someone out, you're pushing. If you call them up, you're raising them to a different standard.
It's a good
And it's since we learned that, we're like, oh, and we say call out, and our employees and people will be like, no, up. And I'm like, you're right.
yeah, because we're so used to just like going to, I'm going to call them out.
Yeah.
And then you get into a defensive position. And then when you get in that defensive position, you volley back and forth in conflict.
Yeah. We had a mentor tell us, like, what does accountability mean? And he's like, holding someone in account to their ability. So you raise them up. And I was like, that's a
good one.
stupid asking, kind of. I'm like, damn, you just repeated the word, but split it. It was a very, by the way, we're going to have you for 15 minutes after so you're going to be in the podcast, so you could be ready. Because it wouldn't be fair for you to get your son involved and not give him some airtime.
Yeah.
He was going hard. We were talking over there. He was like, dude, I was working, bro. Like, so he was ready.
You have a confident young man, by the way.
I sure do.
What's the process? Have you forgiven yourself for the past?
Oh, yeah. I forgive myself every day.
First of all, good.
He's a good.
No, because that's how it is, especially with your walk with God and Jesus. Like, you have to repentance and daily forgiveness. But there's people that say they forgive and they not, or forgive themselves, that they really don't. They still hold on to it. What was the process like? Because obviously, I know you mentioned stripper, San Antonio, now Dallas, now here, but now businesswoman, mom. Like, it's like, like, I don't know.
You can't blink for a second because I'm like,
yeah, and you're on to the next. And it's I have friends that are, or had friends that were porn stars, that were strippers and now they're just there. They're nothing to me, right? Like, they're just sister in Christ or brother in Christ, but they haven't been able to get out, like, at all, because there's that pressure of, well, I still have to provide, but I'm a single mom. Yeah. So I'm just very curious how you just, and again, it's like, it just happened 2 years ago where Jesus encountered you. Like, what was that grieving process? 'Cause it's like you're dying, though you're killing the old self and bringing on the new one. It's like someone died.
Yeah, it is. I physically buried my high heels, my stripper heels, in the backyard. I quit stripping back in 2019 when I was called too fat to work at the strip club. They were like, you're too fat to work here. And I was like, the audacity. But I worked in a place where it was like nails, face, makeup, toes, everything was done. If you didn't walk in here ready, go back home. And if you can't afford to get your hands and your toes done, you can't work here because obviously it's not the right job for you. And with that, I was like, okay, like this is my identity, right? But I let myself go into that identity. I was drinking, I was partying, I was like up all night doing drugs, and then I got fat. And so when they told me that, I was just like, my ego was so hurt. So I said, you know what? I'm going to get out of here and I'm going to prove all y'all ego, right? I was like, okay, I'm going to prove everyone. And I did. So I think like that chip on my shoulder was
That's when you became a fitness coach?
Yeah, 2019. Yeah.
That's a pretty extreme switch. Like, hey, I want to go from.
Well, because they called me too
Wild.
fat, and they told me
Yeah.
you have to lose weight in order to come
So
back.
did you expect to go back or just expect to prove them wrong?
I expected to lose the weight and then be like, here's your job. I'm never coming back. And then like ego,
Yeah.
let's go. And so that's what I did. And so that whole business was based on like me getting out and being an ego. So yeah, like when I found Jesus, I found him in a hallway in my house when I was doing laundry. Because I had been an atheist for the longest time. I was in denial. I was raised in a Christian household. So when I went AWOL, I was started stripping. So that's when the devil was like, all right, you're going to be my best friend. And we were friends for like 4 or 5 years. Then when I decided to leave, God was like, all right, I pulled you out, so let me now mold you. So my journey with Jesus again started in 2020 when I was doing laundry. And a pastor was like, hey, I know you've walked away from the path, but it's time to come home. And
Were you
I
watching it in person? Or
I was listening to it on
oh,
Clubhouse, and I broke down.
Clubhouse.
On
Wow.
Clubhouse. I
A
started...
pastor
A
on
pastor on
Clubhouse.
Clubhouse said, hey, I know you've been off the path, but it's time to come home. And I broke down crying. And I just felt like God hugged me like, it's okay. I knew you were going to come back. And I cried. I really felt like he was hugging me. Like, I was just like,
Oh yeah, he
Was it
hugs,
this?
he consoles.
yeah.
Hey, are you ready to challenge yourself? Mark your calendars for the event of the year, the Cleaning Profits Takeover Edition, happening in Denver, Colorado from September 24 to 26. Head over to event.cleaningprofits.com for all the details. For being listeners, use code CEO30 for a 30% discount. See you there.
Holy man, that's
Yeah.
crazy. And
It's a journey. It's a long journey.
So,
only God can redeem something like that, though. Like only God can like
Make
see
miracles
us
to
when
pull
we're
you
broken and just be like, it's all right. Like I know you went down dark.
I think my
whenever
Jesus
you're ready,
is black
come
for
on
some
down here.
reason. Because he's like, I told your ass to not go there. And I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. Just sitting there laughing at me. If
was
you're
not-
listening to this on podcast, just know that he
didn't
shaked his head.
I didn't understand. I was not expecting that. I was just like, I told you ass. I was like, no. No, but that's a hell of a story. That's the test into the testimony, right? The mess into the message. And now it's redemption time. And this is actually when it gets hard. People think that once you get redeemed, it's going to be like, cool. Like, it should be smooth sailing. No, it's actually backwards. Because
Yeah,
now
this-
the devil's trying to pull you back into
He's
what
pulling
you're
from all
doing.
angles
this
at
is
this
the
point.
start.
Exactly. Cool. You accepted Jesus. Now it gets hard. The other way, like I used to do drugs, I was in a very dark spot. That was easy. It's so easy to just go get drunk, spend money, not care, do cocaine, do drugs, all these things. It's so easy, so much fun. But then when you get out, you're like, what do I do? Like, oh my God. And you don't want to go out. You don't want to put yourself in temptation. Like, it's a very hard process, you know? So kudos to you.
Thanks.
Kudos to you.
So when we were driving here yesterday, he's like, "Man, okay, I think I don't really know, but I know kind of someone here in Dallas. Her name's Maria. Probably has a really interesting story. Loves God, and cleaning company, or like new to the cleaning industry.
Oh, yeah.
That's all the basis I knew coming in here.
Oh.
So we're the profitable cleaner. You do have a great story. Your name is Maria. You are awesome.
Rodriguez.
What's that?
Rodriguez.
Maria
Maria
Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
I have to put some respect on my father's last name,
Oh,
Rodriguez.
there you go.
He crosses
Rodriguez.
throughout the river, so I gotta give
There
it to
you
him.
go. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you? He.
He crosses.
Okay.
Yeah, a while back, 1999.
So you were born in Mexico and you came here illegally.
That's right.
Nice.
Developed thalassophobia in the way, but
Nice.
sheesh.
Developed what?
Thalassophobia. I'm scared. I'm terrified of anything that's under the water. Like even if I cannot see my feet, I won't get in. Done.
You can though. I used to say the same thing until this year, last year. When did I go to San Diego? October
Yeah.
last year. I was the same. I was like, nah, I'll stay by the beach. And my friend, he's like, you just haven't been to the beach at the right time. And then he took me when it was sundown in San Diego, super faith based. Got into the river and he's like, just keep coming. I mean, the ocean. And he's like, keep going. And he was with me and he's like, keep going. He's like, I'm gonna show you how to go under the waves. Just surrender. Like, God gave us this. Nothing's gonna happen to you. And we just kept doing it. I body surfed waves, which I've never done in my life. And then I was sitting there in the ocean, and I'm just like tearing. And I'm like, you get so close to God when you're in the ocean. It's like the weirdest thing ever. So you should try it in San Diego.
I can't swim.
On the sun, you don't have to swim. We could touch your feet. There's the ocean.
So,
but
so when you got here, where in Texas did you end up?
In the border.
Yeah, but like
In
El
Laredo.
Paso,
Laredo. Laredo, Texas. Shout out to
Laredo,
Laredo. We hold the 5 top best tacos in the whole Texas.
And
Frisco doesn't
El
have no
Paso has
tacos.
top one.
I knew that
There
was
we
coming.
go.
Hey, wait, we're top 3, buddy.
Top 3. Oh, God.
I mean, Laredo, Brownsville, and El Paso probably are in the top 5.
The best
The rest,
tacos.
once you get center, you get Tex-Mex in.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah, you do.
Shout
You
out.
get Tex-Mex in.
No, you don't agree? Do you agree with the taco breakdown here?
Yeah, what you said, yeah, I agree with it.
Oh, okay, good.
He's from
El
Ireland,
Paso.
bro.
Dude,
He's from El Paso.
Frisco does not have a taco stand. You will not
That's
find
crazy.
tacos at 9 a.m. on a Sunday barbacoa. Nothing. You
If
have
you're
to go-
listening to this right now and you've been to Texas, drop a comment on the best tacos.
And if
For
you
real.
know somebody that has a food truck in Frisco, just for that, we'll just all have to drive down there and eat a
We'll give
Frisco,
them a shout
Texas
out.
taco. Yeah.
So they said San Antonio has the best tacos.
No, hombre.
No, bro. Whoever says San Antonio, Dallas, or Houston has the best tacos, just no.
Just
Yo
go home.
hombre.
Just go home. Yeah,
Mucho.
exactly.
Just go home. You
Right
need to
now.
go down to the border.
Yeah. Yeah, he got some tacos down there. We just went to El Paso.
I'm so hungry right now.
Bro, don't.
Don't even.
I can't eat all day today. So
What's this thing here is like a paisano or something.
he's getting Mexican for his birthday. I gave him a shirt that has the Mexican flag right here.
I actually have
And then I gave him a little
I actually
cross.
have it with
I
me.
gave him a
Mexican
little
name.
cross. So I was like, boom, now he's in.
What's his Mexican name?
James.
Jaime.
Jaimito.
Jaimito.
Hey, we finally got a name. I said me llamo Jaime once. He's like, no, not Jaime.
Jaime.
And then,
Jaimito.
and then like our team in Nicaragua says, we don't say Jaime, we say Diego. Remember?
Yeah, dude, this is the weirdest
Yeah,
thing
Nicaragua.
ever.
And then like someone else was like, no, it's Santiago.
Chago.
And then so,
Yeah, which makes no sense though.
what'd you say?
Chago.
No, Jaimito.
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 I'm just gonna go by Jaimito.
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 Hi, me too.
I call him
Jaime
Cacahuatito.
too.
What?
Cacahuatito.
I don't know why he does that.
That's it.
Oh, look
I
at
told him not
little
to.
peanut.
Little peanut. See, bro. See what you're doing?
Planters peanuts.
Just kidding.
I'm
Oh
gonna
my
send you
God.
planters peanuts for your birthday now.
Please don't.
Hey.
Cashews for my
Lo siento,
birthday.
amigo.
I'm addicted to cashews. That's my
Okay.
thing. Cashews and cheese.
Gotcha.
Okay.
So how'd you get to like? So tell me and tell the audience. So you do something in cleaning. What do you do?
I do God's work. Cleaning is fun. I started cleaning after the breakup because I had to provide for my kids, but it was more so of the house that we were living in. It was as big as it was filthy. And I told the owner, come get it. Like, come send someone. And like, she kept sending people, but they just wouldn't finish the job. They wouldn't do it right. And so I was like, how hard could it be to get someone to do this? So I said, you know what? Just forget it. I would do it. So then we were splitting, obviously, like the bills, and I had to pay half. So I said, if I clean it, I'm going to send you an invoice, and you're going to pay for it so I can, like be compensated. She's like, okay. So I call companies around, see what they're going to charge me without knowing that I was doing market research. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to
that.
charge you like, $730. And she's like, okay. She's like, but I want to see the house before I send the payment. I said, okay, cool. She comes and she's like, oh, this is the cleanest it's ever been in 7 years. And I was like, what? What do you say? And she's like, yeah, do you clean? I thought she meant like, do you clean the house? Like, ¿Tú limpias? And I was like, yeah, I clean. And she's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I clean. And she's like,
Yeah.
come clean my Airbnbs. I have one here, one here, one here, one here. And these are the checkouts. And I was like, what the hell just happened? So I'm cleaning her Airbnbs like December, January, February, March. I'm like, okay, I need to put attention to my fitness business because I have 3 clients and I need to like scale, right? And she's like, I need you to do a move out. And I was like, fuck. And I said, okay, where is it? And she's like, oh, it's down here. How much are you going to charge me? I said, let me get back to you. Do some more market research. And I was like, oh, it's going to be this much. She's like, okay, perfect, great. So here's the address, da, da, da. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, how the hell do I clean a move out? So I'm like Googling like how to clean a move out and taking notes, making a checklist. And then she's like, oh, I like the house. Oh, okay. So we have 180 properties. I'm going to need you to do this one, this one, this one. And I was just like, wait, no. I was just going to clean an Airbnb. And then I just ended up here. And in June, I was like, I can't go back to fitness coaching. Like, I can't. This is a whole business. Like,
Welcome.
I haven't trained
Welcome.
Thanks.
Trained what? What do you
people,
mean?
clients, like, because I was fitness coaching, right? And I didn't want to let go of the identity.
Yeah, I understood.
My old identity, girl code, you know? I was like, oh my God, I'm so tied to this baby. And so I was like, ah, shit, you just got to go.
You can stay fit and make a shit ton of money cleaning houses.
Well, I do, but fitness coaching is like you're a coach and you train, but I was like, this career went to shit. Like, I'm just gonna focus on the cleaning and the cleaning. I didn't even have a name, so I came up with the best cleaning company.
Is that your name?
Yeah,
I love it. I love it.
it's marketing. Thank you.
That's so Maria Rodriguez.
Yeah.
All right. No, but that's the
Genius.
that's like the hustle, but like you have a lot of creativity because a lot of people, oh, how much would you charge me? They wouldn't be calling and doing market research. They didn't know that they were doing market research. They were just like, I'm just gonna ask questions, and they go ask, and then they grab it. Here you go, and then you need to clean a move out. Oh, give me a second, and then calls a bunch of people. How do you do? How much? And then you get a price.
And it's okay to say, let me get back with you.
Absolutely.
Like if you're a cleaner and you're listening to this, it's okay to tell a customer. If you do a walkthrough, and this is what I always do, I'm like, yo, let me do some numbers. Let me get back to you. I need to know how much labor we're gonna use. I need to know if my good cleaners are gonna be on. I need to know.
Wait, when did you start?
2022 professionally.
Like this story that you just told us. When was that?
2022 in November when I was going through the.
Yeah.
So how many people are you?
Where are you at now?
Yeah,
Give
where
us
are you
some
at now?
updates.
Like,
Where we at?
give us some status on like your company.
We
Stats.
have 3. One of them is part-time, and we only use her when we need her. Like a big, huge house. Like tomorrow we have a huge house, and I can't wait to get my hands on it because it's ginormous, but she cleans quick. She's been on it for like 15 years, so she's real fast. So if I put her in the regular schedule, she'll eat up all the hours because she's like, da, 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 and everyone's like without a job because she's that quick. So we have 2 solid full-time members right now, which they're cleaning. So shout out to my girls. I love you guys so much. Woo!
Shout out girls.
The girls are amazing. The way that we're working together is through subcontract. And so I help them with providing all the supplies. And then they go and they clean on their own, and then we invoice and all that stuff. But I like them because it's really hard to find good people. And we have conversations, and we are like sisters. And the thing about finding employees that I did not know or people to work for you is that a lot of them will scam you, lie to you, don't do the job right. But you have to align yourself with the people that really, with the values. So we have the same values. And I think that that's been the solid, because I thought like the people that I was going to collaborate with was going to be people with like, a different arena. Maybe like they were going to work out and that. And it was nothing like that. It was like the ideal person that's going to collaborate with me is going to be in the same value system. Yeah. Similar to like dating. Like if value system's there, everything else can go out the window.
Yeah, that's right.
It's the start. The value system is literally like what matters.
Yeah.
All learned that the hard way.
I see you as a person that is really good at chasing. And what I mean by that is like you can chase sin, you can chase discipline, you can chase highs, or you can also chase like opportunity. And for someone like you to see that initial opportunity and then start chasing other things, like a lot of people, everyone like falls into this business. It's just how it happens. Like no one's ever came in here and been like, I want to start a janitorial company, or it's like always some story that got them here.
I know someone that did.
Well, that person's
they don't clean.
Freaking psycho. I'm just kidding.
They don't clean.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I'm like,
so like,
I don't know.
We don't clean.
Yeah, we've never owned.
So did you guys?
We've never cleaned just to be safe. That's
what?
Why
Yeah.
You should see it.
We don't own a cleaning.
We don't need a cleaning company. I don't clean. I hire my clients.
Yeah.
Clean my.
Exactamente.
So how did you come up with a profitable cleaner?
We don't know.
Jesus.
Shut up.
Oh yeah.
You've never owned a cleaning company?
No. And we don't plan to.
I don't
and
either.
I think that's actually what makes us us. The fact that
you know more about cleaning than we do.
I don't
You guys
clean
are-
my apartment.
You are messing with.
I hire somebody else.
You're lying.
No.
You're
Vladimir,
lying.
are we lying? No.
No.
No limpian?
I know. We
Okay,
hire people.
Are you
to clean.
married?
No, divorced.
Okay, no wife, no problem. We'll clean for you. Call the best. Don't worry about the rest.
He's in Houston. He's in Houston.
I'll send someone out there.
How did you say it? Hold on. That's like a good closing line. How did you say it?
Every time I meet a guy, he probably thinks I'm gonna hit on him, but I'm like, bro, I'm hitting on Jesus first. So
What?
like, if I want to hit on anyone, it's gonna be my God. I'll be like, bro, help me out with this. But I always meet guys and they're like, yeah, so you're clean, and I'm like, yeah, are you married? They're like, no, and I'm like, you're my ideal customer. No wife, no problem. We'll clean for you. Call the best. Don't worry about the rest. And they're just like, what the hell just happened?
And they're like,
sure,
take
call me.
my
Like,
card. Yeah, like
Angel still thinks you just hit on him, so I don't.
no,
it's okay.
no. I'm in Houston either way. No, we
Nah,
have no.
amor de lejos,
Someone
es-
messaged. Well, how did we end up in this conversation? No, but on the real, that's a good closing line.
Thanks.
That's exactly. What if they say, yes, I do have a wife? Do you have a closing line for that?
And I tell them, you have a wife, she has you and a dog and a kid. You need to call me. They're like, huh.
I have a feeling I have a feeling she's good at closing deals.
80% of couples argue for chores. I was one of them. Don't kill me. I used to argue.
No,
You-
it's true.
it's-
It's true.
That's kind of
true.
like I started cleaning. I was like, you clean, I clean. I cleaned yesterday. We have like a cleaning list. None of us got it done. So I was like, I wonder how many other couples are struggling with this
A
exact
lot.
thing.
That's exactly
80% of y'all.
Interesting.
So yeah, we're connectors at heart. That's one of our strengths, and just started interviewing awesome people like you. Fell into the cleaning industry, and here we are.
Started interviewing a bunch of awesome people. Went to another event. We thought, hey, we can do this and do it better. We created an event, and now we're here. Now you got to meet like all those people. They've been you met. They've been with us since year one. They're amazing
They're
people.
big players. You're in a
Right.
big player's office right now.
Yeah. Yeah,
Holla,
like this is a big.
chacala,
We're inside of a
28.
facility services company right now. This is their office, the 20th floor. Shout out Integrity Facility,
Hey.
right? So- and we're talking like,
Nashville.
I'm telling you. So I'm glad that you're here because now we get to connect you with like Dallas and all these people because that's kind of what we like doing. That's why we built it so that we can put people with people and they can grow.
You know what's crazy? I just realized that this is the first podcast I'm on that I talk about my business, my current new business, because everyone is like, hey, you want to come to my podcast, fitness coaching? And I'm like,
yeah.
that's gone a long time ago. Like,
Yeah.
I do tell
You
my
still
girls-
don't do it, so you don't do it anymore.
No, I always talk about health and wellness because it's part of my life.
Sure.
But it's like I'm not in it. But like I can't talk about it. I'm gonna go speak on stage and talk about how to clean your toilet the right way. Like I like talking about cleaning. Cleaning is fun. You guys should
So-
try it sometime.
So what's the future of the best cleaning company?
The best cleaning company. I already like.
Best cleaning company.
I already thought about it a long time ago. I just want to tickle the big guys' pockets. Like I want to take over Frisco. I want to take over McAllen. I'm not McAllen. Allen.
Define takeover.
McKinney. Take over. Like I am providing the best top quality service in the industry. There's efficient communication. There's excellent customer experience. There's timeliness. We come and we deliver exact results each and every time. We do not skip a beat.
So you just said you want to take over,
I
correct?
do.
Well, if you want to take
Dominate.
over, you have to come to the Takeover Cleaning Profits event in
Look at
Denver,
that.
It's called
Colorado.
Cleaning Profits. The theme
September
is called Takeover.
24th through the 26th
Mm-hmm.
this year.
I told you about it. So
You
gotta
did.
get
I thought
your
it
ticket.
already passed. I was in Miami.
No, it's in
it's
September.
just in
And if you're
September.
talking about taking over, you can't take over. unless
It's
you
literally
come
No,
to
go
the
to the
takeover.
our theme is literally
That's
called
right.
Takeover. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well, I'm planning on going to that one and also the one in Houston where Steven, right?
Yeah, the
Cortez?
American Dream one, American Dream event. But that one's not cleaning. That one's just
It's-
that's an entrepreneurship event.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to that one. I don't think I'm going to that one.
You don't think so?
But you
Well,
know,
my
one of
family-
our
My
mentors
family lives
told.
in Houston, so I'll just pop by.
There you go. I won't go to the American Dream event though.
Okay. No worries.
Just kidding. When is it? I don't even know.
I forgot.
I don't even know when the event
Sorry.
is. But one of our mentors told us the mistake that a lot of and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the mistake that most new cleaning companies make is that they think that their business is about cleaning.
Customer experience from the start to the end.
All right.
Always.
Do you leverage technology? Like, have you implemented technology and all that? Well, I mean, because I don't know how big you guys are. So are you barely kind of getting into that groove or?
We have set a huge goal for the first year. I was like,
What's the goal?
It's 6 figures in 1 year. The reason why
Define
it's
six figures.
100K.
In sales?
Not after taxes, all that stuff, because then you're going to get me like at 80. But
Okay. Is this the first year?
Yeah.
This year?
So in June, we're going to be officially 1 year registered. And I made the huge goal because, a little bit of grant, a little bit of all the other public speakers like go hard, go home, David Goggins, Andy Frisella, type of shit. And so I'm like, a lot of people, if I tell you, Lupe, you can make $50,000 in your cleaning business by just doing organic reach, using word of mouth, referrals, and providing excellent customer service, everything that I'm showing you, and you don't need any ad spend, nothing like that. Lupe would probably be like, oh, that's interesting. I want to know about that, right? Because I love the Hispanic community. Like, la comunidad latina a mí me apasiona. Like, I want to help them because sí se puede. So the whole thing is like, if I can make 6 figures, you can make 50.
Yeah.
And if I tell them make 6 figures in a year, they're going to be like, that's a lot. Like, no, people don't believe it for themselves. But if I tell you can make 50, 30, a lot of people just want to make 50 to live okay.
Yeah.
It's totally attainable. So that's why I'm doing it. So I can help other Hispanics and people that are starting their cleaning companies. Because a lot of people reach out to me, especially women. They're like, how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you price? And I'm like, I'm not an expert, but like, this is what's working for me. And here it is. Do I charge them for a coaching call? Absolutely not. Bro, you can go on the internet and find this. I'm just cutting the middleman and I'm just giving it to you raw. If you want to use it, that's none of my business. Like, it's a gift. Take it. Abundance. So that's why we're in the first year, we're making 6 figures. And I'm like, let's go.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today's episode is brought to you by Cinch. If you're ready to take your commercial cleaning business to the next level, we have you covered. Maybe you're struggling with how to bid, how to create professional-looking proposals, or just how to ensure your customers' accounts are actually being cleaned at night. Introducing Cinch Janitorial Software. Cinch is a simple, user-friendly software that eliminates these types of struggles that you probably know all too well. Cinch simplifies your entire process and will supercharge your success because they remove paperwork headaches while creating a scalable, efficient, and profitable cleaning business. Get your free demo of Cinch at cleancinch.com. They're here to turn your business into a success story. That's cleancinch, CINCH.com. It's simple, it's Cinch.
Have you ever made that?
Yeah. Stripping.
Yeah.
Easy.
What was a good year in stripping? I'm just very curious on income there. And do you pay taxes on that?
What Uncle Sam doesn't know doesn't hurt him. It's cash.
You're not like, hit my Venmo.
Here's my Venmo.
Yeah.
No
No.
Venmo.
Hold on. Next thing you know, shut down podcast.
Yeah. So how much?
They came after us.
¿Cuánto es eso?
6 months. I don't know. It's a lot of money. Like, one time I saw 25,000 from another girl. I mean, I can't disclose the amounts that I made because it might be compromised, but
Over 6 figures in a year.
something like that.
Over 2.
Enough to buy yourself a BMW cash.
Okay, gotcha.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
I love how she's like, I can't say it. It's not like the government.
Mm.
It's not like the government's listening to us.
Are you?
Now we wait. I just looked at the camera and said it, so now we wait and see what happens. If it's shut down tomorrow, then well.
Yeah, you can't have no more strippers in your podcast.
Hey,
Censor.
let's get this cacahuatito on.
Ven.
Let's do it.
Ven pa' acá, papacito.
You ready?
This is
Put
my
on your
protege.
headphones.
He was born first from the twins.
Oh yeah.
And
By how much time?
like 10 minutes. He was ready.
Damn,
He's like best 10 minutes of my life.
I wasn't
my-
alone.
my brother
you gotta
and
put
sister
on.
are twins.
You gotta go to headphone land with us.
You gotta put your headphones on. There you go.
There you go.
I-
Hold on.
which one
What's
is
up, Andrew?
Everything. Yeah.
Outro?
You just gotta get closer.
I think there's a.
Are we tangled?
Here, yeah. Just take them off and then just put them through the inside.
Ooh.
There you go. Put them through the inside, like around.
Here.
There you go. Now we're talking.
Yay.
All right. It sounds weird in headphone land, huh? I'm telling you, headphone land is weird, man.
Oh, yeah, it's his first podcast.
Hey, talking to the mic, brother?
What's up? He's like, what's up? Love the swag.
Otra vez? Come on.
Otra vez.
Otra vez?
Otra vez. Speak.
Hello?
There we go.
So he
Hey.
doesn't know Spanish.
Oh, really?
I've
I've been like
lo
speaking
entiende. Lo entiende, pero no lo habla. Dice que no lo
deja
entiende.
que lo
¿Por qué no
man,
español?
do you speak Spanish, brother? You got to talk into the mic.
No.
Gotcha.
¿Por qué no español?
Porque igual que
Why
tú.
do you not know how to speak
Why
Spanish?
not me?
Mhm. So he understands it, you can tell.
Porque yo güero.
Porque él es americano.
He's American.
Ajá. Aquí nacido.
Sí.
If I
Pero-
stay
pero
in Mexico for a little
Sus mama es mexicana.
Pero yo me crié aquí desde que estaba chiquita. All English.
¿Por qué, though?
You didn't
Porque
use
mi
Spanish.
familia. Si no te enseñé español. No te enseñé español, pero siempre te regañaba en español.
So
Wow.
how old are you, brother?
12. Why?
12? 12? Why, he says. Like, how old are you? 12? Why? I don't know, remember what 12 is. I moved, 12. What do 12-year-olds do nowadays?
I don't know. Listen to something cringe. Why?
Something.
Something
Dude,
cringe.
this is the new generation.
Yo.
You're right. Define cringe.
Yeah, what's cringe? Educate.
It's like something that is weird, you know?
Okay,
Do
okay.
I give you cringe?
No.
I'm not cringe.
No.
Do I
Yo,
give you
he's
the ick?
assertive as
No, why?
Yeah,
You're my
that's why
mother.
he's confident.
Okay.
No, why? See, he's assertive.
But I think some people will be jealous of you.
Some
You think
people
so?
would be jealous of.
Why?
Why?
Because,
I know.
yeah.
If
why.
I was them, I wouldn't like me either.
How you not business, everything
Yeah.
she's been working for?
100%.
Because she's successful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
agree that some people would
Yeah.
be jealous. What about you? What do you want to do, man? I know you're helping her with the business sometimes, right?
Yeah, but I don't actually don't know what to do.
No.
You're 12 and you don't have it figured out yet?
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I'm just kidding, man.
I've been asking him this question since he was like 5, and so he always switches majors, but we're getting there.
No, I mean, listen, I didn't know what I was going to do 5 years ago, so
You got some swag
I know.
for 12 years old, man.
What if there was something that the world could learn about you because of this podcast? What would you want them to learn? You can think about it. It's a good question.
What about you?
Because I would
Is
love to learn what's
never
inside.
be like mad or jealous of anything, because if you work enough for it, you soon get to that part where you can get it.
Let's go.
Oh.
Full disclosure, I always thought that my daughter was going to pick up after me because she's a girl, she's a female. But the more I hang out with him, right, because I'm always working, now I have to carry him around with me because I made that
yeah.
commitment.
You're a little killer.
I realized that he's the one that's going to pick up after me. When networking, he's like, what was your tagline, babe, when we were networking?
What was my time?
When they told you to speak in the networking event?
Hi, I'm Andrew. I'm with the Best Clean Company. I have flyers or information. Come to me.
Nice, let's go, dude. I love it.
So, you like business? Are you learning about business?
Yeah, I'm from my mom. Why?
Nice. Have you seen the Shark Tank?
Shark Tank?
Get them to start watching Shark Tank on Hulu. 17 seasons.
You know how Scrub Daddy came to
Scrub
me?
Daddy.
They were in Shark Tank. It's like a show with like people that tell them like, this is my invention and what I'm thinking.
Yeah, so you bring their business and then they invest into your business, or they won't, but you get to learn a lot of marketing. There's kids too, 7 to 12 years old, 15, that take their own businesses there. You'll enjoy it. Watch Shark Tank. It'll be a good one.
Homework.
I got a question for you, man.
What's up?
I love this guy.
What's one thing you admire about your mom?
How she's mostly committed to everything she wants
Thanks.
in life.
What's one?
Wait, oh, you got it?
What's one thing that drives you crazy about your mom?
Can't say anything.
Mostly nothing drives me crazy.
That's the right answer.
What?
Yes.
Shit, if they would have put my
I was
mom
gonna
in
say-
me when I was young, I would have been like, well, listen, bro.
I thought he was going to say like, I don't like it when she starts getting on her little vibe in the morning. Good morning. Because I wake up in the morning and I'm like,
Just ready.
What time do you wake
It's
up?
because I got get used to it now since I'm starting to work with her now. Like,
Yeah.
the second she wakes me up, I'm like,
But you're already used to it.
yeah, our friend, she'll tell me to, Andrew, take a shower. I'm like, bro, it's 8 a.m. in the morning.
I've been up since 5.
Let me sleep.
That's how I felt this morning, to be honest. I needed to sleep. He woke me up. I was like, mm-mm. Question for you,
What?
Andrew.
Yes.
Huh?
James to me. I was in the
Oh,
shower. Like, we're leaving, bro.
I know, dude. We had to.
Someone's got to be the adult here.
He's the one with kids, so.
It's like herding cats.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Herding cats?
Yeah.
Because we went speaking one day and then John Doe, which was one of our friends, was like, he was like, it's like herding cats because it was all women and he had to get us to the limousine. I was a cat.
Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I was going to ask you something and I forgot. Oh, so you told us what you admire our mom. Nothing drives you crazy. You get used to it. But that's the actual answer. I'm used to it. The third thing that I'm curious about is, what do you think she can improve on based on what you've seen?
I won't judge you for that.
Of course you won't.
He's
probably
like,
gonna kick me out.
"Hey,
She's gonna kick
you know
me out.
what? He's thinking, no, mama sway. That's what he's thinking right now.
No, mama's way.
If I say you're gonna get mad.
No, I'm not. I'm not. I
No.
promise. I promise. He just laughs.
Hey, don't fall for it. He's like, don't do it. Do not do it.
One thing she can improve on.
Yeah, and again, we do all this with grace. It's always
Yeah.
good to know
It's
what we
always
can
love.
get better at.
Criticism.
Criticism.
You have to give me good criticism.
Yeah, it's a
Feedback.
good thing. Feedback.
Call her up.
Color
All
up.
right,
Call me up.
so, For now, mostly it's like.
This is awesome.
No, she does it. Wait. You
can think about
how
it.
much feedback?
Yeah, you could just tell her what can she do better, maybe as a business owner, as a mom.
Spend time.
Yeah. With you?
She's been really like doing that.
Spend time with you, more time with you. All right, hey, that's good.
Yeah.
That's great feedback.
Action.
You know, it's interesting. I think most kids would go for that. It's like, hey, because you can never have enough mom and dad time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you can ever.
Yeah, like the question was asked yesterday in the podcast. Like, would your kid want like more money from you or like more time?
More time.
And it's like
Yeah.
100% of the time they will say more time.
Always.
So
And you know what? That's one thing that I put myself in my shoes to my mom. What could I have more of? I would have just more time with her. Just even though she's like, ay, me caloras.
Yeah.
Like, hot. And I'm like, ay, ma. Like, you know, we all just want our moms. We're all just big grown-up kids.
Yeah.
And
100%.
you still love your mom.
I still love her. I texted her today. I was like, ma. She's like, ¿qué quieres? So I'm like, I love you, mom. And she's like,
Now look at her now. She's like she wants to see her grandkids.
I know. We had a terrible relationship for a long time. Now she wants to see him. She's always wanted
Have
to
you
see
met?
him.
Have you met your grandma?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice.
My grandma and my mom's grandmother.
Oh, okay, nice. Wow, you still like.
Yeah, mi abuelita todavía está ahí. She's still kicking.
That's good. Still-
Sorry.
Wow.
Sorry, grandma.
Go.
Okay.
Sorry, grandma.
What
She might be listening to us right now.
I
Hold
know,
on.
I know. Sorry.
He's a smart.
You hear this?
Levanta una chancla.
He's gonna grab that clip. I'm gonna send
She's
it.
gonna throw that truck on over here.
Don't play with that.
She'll get it. Yeah, no. I know, right? Just send the clip. I'm just gonna clip that part. I'm gonna send it just to you so you can send it to your grandma.
how old's your grandma?
Jesus. She was living through World War II, so I don't know. That's a long time.
So he's the history guy. I don't know. I actually don't know what the answer is.
Boomer before boomers.
I mean, that's
We're one
70 to
forward.
90.
She
right
was
there.
she was born 1930 something.
Nice.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hello.
to hit 100. Nice.
Mi abuela.
All right.
Hello.
So,
Mente.
Dude.
so I like the message that you gave, but what message would you give to kids? Maybe if they're listening to this with their parents and maybe like they're 5 to 10 years old.
If they're actually listening to this,
That's the real answer.
is to always like it's like like your parent, right? They're always working hard for you. So like don't be like spoiled. Like deal what you have right now because like my mom, she took care of us for a long time, and then we didn't even like we're like different. Like when we were like we never cried for our mom when she was gone, never cried. And after we got used to it more often,
Yeah.
after we started getting like more grateful what we get now because like we can't be spoiled and after telling mom that we want this and that even though it's like what's the point?
Yeah. Things come and go.
You're
Yo,
dude, you're very you're very
wise 12.
That's
yeah, I was
wise.
just gonna say that you're very wise and very confident.
Holy moly! I'm
and
sorry.
the fact that like you look other men in the eyes at 12 years old is really good, brother. So
yeah, man.
I'm
And the
impressed.
fact that you ponder before you
Wait, hold
talk
up.
is very impressive.
Is my sister listening to this?
She might.
She
Screw it.
could. It's not live stream, so don't worry.
Oh man.
We'll send it to
Sorry,
her.
man.
I was about to send a message.
Never mind then.
Yeah.
No, man, you're a very impressive young man. Keep it up. Your life changes very fast, and
My sister was very antisocial. She couldn't like talk to anyone. Mostly.
Not yet.
But since I started growing up, I actually got used to talking to her people because I mostly got forced by mom,
yeah.
but not Audrey.
Did you just say talking to old people?
No, she's not old.
No, I know. I agree. I thought you said I got used to talking to old people.
You guys are not old. You guys look young.
Oh, thank you, brother.
Oh.
How old do you think we are?
Wait, do you know your mom's
20.
age?
20? Yeah, that's right. I'm 20.
Do you actually know her age?
No,
I don't know my
her
parents' age, so I'm terrible at that too.
How old's he?
That never changes. Just-
How old's he?
How he looks, very young and a Christian.
I love him.
He probably like 20 and like 23 because you look very young for
Thank
your
you.
age.
He has no wrinkles, right?
No, he doesn't.
I know. He
Yeah.
probably showers.
Called Jesus. I'm 20.
Huh?
I'm 29.
29.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't close.
That was good. And yeah, I am a Christian.
Oh, I see that.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, that's why I guessed.
Yeah. I saw the cross. What about him? I know he looks a little more run down, so
No, wow.
And
Okay, he can't be.
No shame in my game.
Shame. Okay, no. How he? So I'm gonna say this. He looks perfect. Are you guys twin brothers?
no.
no,
It could be.
they're not related.
They're not really.
I'm just,
They're
the
just
run-
best
I'm
friends.
just the rundown one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's the older cat.
28. 28.
Thank you, brother. No, I'm 35.
35.
Yeah, you know what? Millennials don't age as fast as the previous generation. We have
I'm gonna be like 60 and look like I'm 30. So
¿Cuántos años?
30. February 16 was my 30th birthday.
nice.
Yeah.
February 16th?
Yeah.
Aquarius?
Yes.
I-
Oh my
Hey.
God.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
James,
What?
do not.
Vámonos.
You got it. You got it.
We don't horoscope in this.
Horoscope?
Horoscope.
Horoscope.
Horoscope. We're gonna have it.
Oh my God.
Anyways, y'all, it's been a pleasure having you on the podcast. Really appreciate you for coming in, dude. You both are very impressive as a
Yeah.
family. I'm excited. If you guys stay in the course, I'm excited, and just know that you guys have people here that'll support y'all. You're officially in our ecosystem.
We're in your
My
corner.
family
So anything y'all need, let us know. All right.
All right.
Oh, God.
Okay, we just made a mess with the buttons. All right, sounds good, y'all. Thanks so much. We'll see y'all on the next one.
Bye.
That's fun.
Ways, and that way he don't play like no way. So I gotta get